speech we are going to talk.
Really? Wow, good job. Anyway, schools should be more open-minded, and 10 out of 11 of our students feel oppressed or restricted in some way, shape, or form in relation to gender or creativity.
How could this be a free nation powered by people's ideals with the only limits being creativity if we're afraid to speak out? And how can this be achieved if we decide our ideas are stupid just because someone told us so? And how can we achieve anything if we're just shut down?
We can't, and you know how this all starts with schools.
We are committed to changing the world by dissolving school prejudices.
After doing some research, we realized the driving force was sexist bias, and how there are girl things, like colors, toys, hobbies, etc., that females are generally confined to. Some examples are the color pink,
being preoccupied with clothes and makeup and toys like Barbie dolls. On the other hand, there are boy things like sports, most STEM career paths, and a majestic color blue.
STEM is actually one of the best examples. Women comprise of about 48% of the workforce, yet only 24%, just half that number, have professions in the field.
Another problem is dress code. Did you know at least 10 out of 11 of our students, mainly girls, thought the dress code was mainly geared towards girls, but not in a good way.
The reasoning behind this is that it's a distraction. We can't even wear running shorts outside of PE or fitness.
Guys that I know at least are not like, oh, her collarbone is showing. So distracting.
Or, oh my gosh, she's wearing a bra. I'm going to stare at the strap for 30 minutes. The dress code often makes girls feel ashamed of themselves, and it teaches women to feel insecure about their bodies. And for the guys, I'm not trying to be rude, but the guys' dress code is basically just wear clothes.
As long as it doesn't include the obvious swearing, inappropriate images, and things that mention alcohol, that's basically it. The girls' dress code often limits the girls' closet to about half or less. I know from personal experience I often have to put stuff I love back on the rack just because it doesn't follow school dress code.
Literally about 90% of the dress code is talking about what girls can't wear, with maybe 3 sentences max about boys' limits.
Girls are also often discouraged from helping out. How many of you have heard, okay, can I get a couple strong boys to help me out with this? I know I have many times, and I've even heard, can I get a couple girls to clean this for me? Right after that.
Usually, females are led away from jobs like being scientists to being things like nurses, secretaries, or teachers. And then there's also the restriction from unleashing your full potential and creativity.
Schools often lead kids on the same pathway, saying that they must have a conventional job and also not letting you follow your dreams. Sorry to be cliche.
You're not excused. Anyway, schools should allow you to be more creative and do what you want to do, rather than do something someone tells you to do.
Many people at our school believe that the guidelines should be less strict creativity-wise, and there's also a reason for being in any of the arts programs.
Some of them include being 4 times more likely to win academic awards, like Honor Roll, 8 times more likely to get a Community Service Award, and being likely to score higher on the SAT if you have been involved for more than 4 years of after-school art study.
The Connection, arts programs generally teach ways for kids to express themselves and their ideas. Their ideas are truly taken into consideration to help them learn, grow, and understand as a whole. If we are taught to hold back now, then we most likely aren't going to speak out later in life. And if we are taught that girls can't do anything more than be underneath men, then we're not going to get very far in life.
If teachers teach us how to conform to society's ways and that we shouldn't speak out about our own ideas, there aren't going to be any new revelations, new ideas, new inventions, or new advancements. We're just going to be further behind in every way, including technologically and mentally.
There was a time in computing technology when we made absolute breakthroughs, one after another. Now phones are just run by the motto, bigger is better. We're basically going backwards, sexism and creativity alike. Let's take a U-turn and go forward again.